much more broke down than the U.S. Constitution. You know, the state constitution breaks down what's your First Amendment say?
I don't know.
All right, well, this is part of it. What does it say?
Freedom of speech. That we have a freedom of speech.
Is that it?
Yeah, a peaceful freedom of speech.
Is that it?
Yeah.
No.
No, it's not.
Everything, right? It covers the freedom of the press, your ability to exercise, your religion, the way you believe, all of that. Whereas in the United States Constitution, does it say separation of church and state? It doesn't, right? So there's a lot of misconceptions, a lot of things out there. So be peaceful, do it the right way. Don't give them any. If you guys do something stupid, and I'm not saying you are, but that's what some people are afraid of. If you do, then your whole message is gone. You lose your whole message. Whatever you're advocating for is out the window, right? So do it the right way. Go to your school board. Be collected. Have a very organized, professional argument to plead your case. So do it the right way. And you guys you'd be surprised how receptive the school board will probably be.
So can you tell these kids what to do tomorrow?
I can't tell them.
Well, what can they do? I mean,
I'm not going to get into that, especially with them here.
I'm just wondering, what can they do? We're telling them to go in and sit down and be respectful.
So don't do that.
And
here's why I'm telling you not to do that. We're not enforcing any of these freaking mask mandates, vax mandates, whatever. Okay, we're not medical health professionals. We're also not going to tell you better take your vitamin C. We're not going to tell you better exercise every day. We're not going to enforce whether or not you're taking your prescribed medications. That's your medical decision. That's for you, your parents, whatever. However, when you go in there, you create a classroom disruption, or you come into a situation where it's a criminal trespass issue, then it's not about enforcing whether or not you're wearing a mask. That becomes a criminal issue where we have to come in and do something, and I don't want to do that. Okay? Come out here, do your thing.
Can I ask you a question?
They can say that they can ask you to be removed from trespass.
Can I ask you a
They
question?
can also, there's also a code that's just called interruption to a learning environment or something. I can't remember it's disruption of a learning environment or classroom. That's a criminal offense.
So how
we
is
don't
it
want to do that.
trespassing if we...
Yeah, that's the thing.
Because you're.
So what am I supposed to tell my kids
If
to
you're
do
staying
tomorrow?
after they ask you need to leave, you could have a trespass issue. We don't want to do that.
But how can they trespass on public school? And then when they went into the
because
school, it's not trespass.
I'm not gonna get into the weeds, okay?
I'm just asking because I don't understand that.
I've already explained it. I'm not gonna get into the weeds, okay?
Well, maybe
I'm
the Chronicle
I'm not gonna
answer
give you
that.
guys something for this guy to print and call me an extremist.
Well, he needs to ask
okay?
that question
so
and find the answer to the
anything
people
he asks,
here.
Okay? So I'm supporting you guys, but I want to see you guys do it the right way.
So do they leave when they're told to leave, or do they leave when you
when you're
come?
told to leave. Do the right thing, leave when you're told to leave, and document it, put it out there. But call your representatives. Talk to them. You know what? I go to the meetings every month. I talk to these guys all the time. You know how often they hear from students? Very few, far between, if any. One or two, maybe they don't care. How many people, did you guys count how many people total you had today?
About
60-ish? 50, let's just say 50, let's figure low, right? We had 62, let's just say 60 at White Pass, and 110, we had like 20 at Morton, 130.
PL their entire school.
Yeah, so PL. So imagine now you have 300-400 people, including parents and friends, that are saying, hey, we want to talk to you. That sends a message, right? That's how you're supposed to do it. Use your representative government. Okay?
Can't answer any of our questions. There's no excuse.
So,
some of the kids are just saying that other kids have been told to put the mask on, and they argue with Mrs. Cornier, and she just let them go without a mask.
okay, well, I have no idea. I can't speak to that.
How do we advise our kids? What do we tell them to do? They want to do the right thing, but at the same time, they're trying to take a stand. So if they're told to put the mask on and they respectfully decline,
Well, then, and they ask you to leave, then you need to leave.
But why do they need to leave when they've absolutely allowed all these
I'm
other
not. I
kids not?
can't speak for them.
So
I
how
can't give legal
could
advice.
they call you and have you
Okay,
forcibly take a kid out?
we haven't forcibly taken anybody out.
I want to
Okay.
ask you kids,
Okay.
do you guys have signs and posters up in that school that you've seen that say anti-bullying or don't bully?
Oh yeah, they've
You need
been
to address it
bullied.
that way because this
They
is
have
a
been
bullying
screamed
site.
at, yelled at,
I called
threatened,
the
and bullied.
superintendent's office over at Onalaska yesterday and told him to take all those signs down because he's a hypocrite.
Yep.
As long as they're doing this, they're bullying children.
That's
So-
something you guys can do. And if you want to contact your representative, so we had a bunch of new laws come out too that were really hard on policing, that makes it really hard for us to do our job.
How can
So we
you
created
can't
these
have it
cards
both
for that
ways.
purpose. We tell
Leave or
people,
not.
hey, yes, there's changes in law. We can't really do anything about it. You need to contact your
So if
representative.
you come and you tell
And
my
I
kid
had-
to leave and she leaves with
Yeah.
you, is she arrested or not?
Okay,
I just don't
Can I
know.
finish talking?
Yeah, sorry, I'm not giving you an
Alright.
answer.
Okay, well, I'm not going to give you one.
Oh,
Okay?
well, then
I
she's
can't.
not
I'm
working.
asking you to, will you please, I will talk with you offline later.
Okay,
I'm not going to answer that now.
okay, I
Okay.
understand.
So anyways, what I was trying to say is we put these out there so we can help people understand this is why the changes happen with law enforcement. These are the bills that came into effect that we were powerless to change, to include Washington Association of Sheriffs and Police Chiefs. And I'm a member of, right? We didn't like this, you know? So we created these cards just tell people these are the changes. Here's who you can call. So these are your representatives, the number for your county commissioner.